This is Byron Gordon for the SES Conference Channel. We are at SES San Jose. It is day 3, SES San Jose 2009. We are speaking with Aaron, who just spoke on the using Facebook and Twitter to drive local traffic. Aaron, you're with Infoswell Media, and you also have your thisisaaronslife.com.
Right. Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's my blog.
That's your blog. So first, tell us a little bit about that blog.
Well, the idea for it was being a designer and kind of a user experience guy for a while. I read a lot of blogs. I'm always reading blogs and interacting with other designers and building community on Twitter and Facebook. But then I realized a lot of the articles started talking about like the practical aspect of working with clients, working as part of an in-house team, some of the things that we would just really face every day as a part of what we do in our creative pursuits. And so that's kind of what I've dedicated that blog to. I don't really do much design tutorials. It's more just like, hey, this is the real world of being a designer. This is what I've dealt with. Maybe this will help you. This is a way to interact with clients, build a community. I really am involved in social media pretty heavily. And I incorporate that into there, building a design community, having other designers that you learn to interact with as you build relationships through Facebook and Twitter. They can give you feedback on your work, they can help you promote your blog. There's a lot of good things. Plus you just meet other people, and creatives by nature are a little quirky. I love people, I love being around people, so it gives me a really good chance to connect with other people who have my same passions and pursuits.
So you're a big embracer of the new social media tools like Twitter and Facebook. You also talked about the irritation of submission forms and how that's a stumbling block. Maybe talk a little bit about that too.
Well, it is. You want to. I mean, it makes sense to me that if I want someone to sign up for my service and give me their money, I should make it as easy as possible. Or if I'm promoting something, not even if it's free, if I want them to be a part, then I need to make it as easy as possible for them to be a part. We've all had to sign up for email accounts or our Facebook and our Twitter, or lots of things. You check out at eBay, Amazon. You need a simple process to get what you're needing to get and move on and to get done. And the more that people learn to provide that, then they're enabling their users, and they're going to want to come back. And what I didn't get to touch on in there is when they've done that and that process was painless, they are going to come back and say, hey, I signed up for the service. Man, it only take you a minute. Head over there, sign up, and the social thing comes around full circle, and then more people are interacting with that. And we really have to, especially in the search world, search has such great power to drive leads. But what happens when you're driving leads and then making it harder to convert them? So it's like, it seems natural to me that we'd want to take those steps and build a good experience for the user. Yahoo does silly things, and so does Facebook and Twitter. They have character. Hey, we know it's a bummer, but you got to fill out this form. We'll make it painless, and they provide personality and ease of use, and that's why they convert, and that's why they do so well.
So what are some tips you can share with those of us that didn't get a chance to attend the panel? If I want to use Twitter for my business to drive local traffic, what are some things I should be thinking about?
Thinking about community, and Twitter and the social media realm is kind of different because it is social and it is community. So if you're just out there spamming, you're done. You're going to be, people are going to know right away, and they're not going to be very appreciative of that. But what you can do is find other people who are businesses like yourself and start building a network. Start getting a group of people that you interact with, and more than just like you retweet their thing and they retweet yours, but talk to them. Will Scott said there, you start conversations with them. Why would it? I think it would benefit, especially a lot of business users or whoever's going to use this, to connect with other people who do the same things. I think there's only value in that. The more people who do what you do, you can learn a lot, you can help each other out more, and the more you do that, it helps further your goals and what your business model is. And so I think that's it. Be authentic, be out there, engage people, and it will work for you.
Do you have any prognostications about Twitter or Facebook or other social media apps and where they might be 5 years from now?
It's always changing. Twitter came out of, I know they worked on it for a while, and they've done an excellent job, and there's some great design team there. But they worked on that for a bit, but then it took everything by storm, and it really got a good following in the design community. I know a lot of designers who've used Twitter for over the past couple years, and a lot of people are just catching it now. But I think Twitter probably will be around. It just depends on if these platforms and these companies are going to learn to adapt with what the needs of their users are. And that's why I love user experience. It's about finding that perfect solution and finding what people need and then giving them that. And that means, we used to do it this way, but it looks like we're going to have to change. Twitter saw the value of trending, the hashtags. Look at their front page now. One of the first things you see is some of the latest trends that are trending on Twitter. They start realizing what their users want, so they keep them there and keep them engaged. And so, Facebook just bot friend feed. I mean, people are going to continue to try to make strides, and the people who are working harder and listening to their users, not just giving them what they think the user needs, but listening to the users, those are the ones who are going to be around in the long haul.
Thanks so much for chatting with us, Aaron.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time.
There's more to come from SES San Jose Day 3. Stay tuned.